Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 21st to 31st, 2018 reading for you. Now I've shuffled and meditated upon the cards, so we are going to see what these 11 days have in store for you. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Okay. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the, oh goodness, description box below. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. There you are, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Oh, wow. There's a lot of movement here, okay? You're ready to move on. You really are. Oh, and there you are. Evolution, transformation. Okay. Your first card is the Four of Wands. Now, this is celebration of home and family. This is celebration of self. That doesn't have to be with your blood family. It could be with the people that you have chosen to come into your life and who are like family to you. This is something that you are celebrating. You are moving forward. You are kind of rejoicing in yourself and in what you're doing and where you're going. This could also be moving house. This could be moving jobs. This is even moving within your own mind space, within your own head, sitting there and saying, you know what, I'm leaving something behind. I don't need it anymore. I'm moving forward in prosperity and in celebration of what I'm creating in the here and the now. Yeah, that's actually really true for a lot of you Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendants, to stop looking at all the ways that you haven't succeeded, that you haven't reached like this joyous plateau, and you still think that you have to work harder and harder and harder to get there, and start celebrating what you have achieved. Start celebrating where you are succeeding, and you're going to see that things actually become a lot easier that way. And it doesn't have to be that you only celebrate excuse me, the big things. Celebrate the small things in your life. You know, celebrate the fact that you do a good job. Celebrate that you are valued and a loved member of a community, of a group of people. Because you are. And start living in celebration of your life. The large things, the small things. Stop being so hard on yourself. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Because you have this beautiful King of Swords energy here. Now this can represent an air sign, a Libra, an Aquarius, a Gemini. But this is also representing you, because that's what we're doing this reading on. We're doing this reading on you. And this is cutting through the doubts, cutting through the fears, using your thoughts and your memories, Hunin and Moonin, with the raven right there, the crow, and knowing your truth. And that's what you are embracing. You are embracing knowing your mind, being a master of your mind, and also having mastery over your mind. Right? No longer flitzing, going this way, going that way, sitting there and saying, no, this is what I want. And what you want is celebration of home and family. What you want is to move forward in joy and prosperity. Guard your thoughts, okay? Because you have the armor around the head here. But also make sure that you aren't so guarded. I know that sounds like, you know, I say guard your thoughts, and then I say make sure you're not so guarded. It sounds like they're contradicting each other. But it's actually saying here that you have brilliant ideas. You know your mind. You know what you want from life. And even if you're sitting there and saying, Dean, I don't know what I want from life. It feels like I'm wandering, like I'm lost, like I will never get there. And so much time has passed, and I still feel as if I'll never get there. And I'm here to tell you with this reading that you are getting there. That you are doing actually a great job. And I'm not just saying that to make you feel better and because I want you to, you know, give the reading a thumbs up or anything like that. I'm saying that because it's true. Your failures, your downfalls, the fact that you might not be at the exact right place at this moment, you might not have achieved exactly what you expected yourself to achieve, that's okay. The spiritual world, and where we kind of made these agreements with the universe of how you were going to move forward and how you were going to succeed in life, didn't have a time frame on them. It wasn't saying if you aren't a success by 22, you'll never be one, or by 19. The age keeps on getting younger and younger to achieve extraordinary things, and you have your whole entire life. With modern medicine and everything, lifespans are so much longer than they have ever been. So don't be so hard on yourself, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You're cutting through doubts, you're cutting through fears, you're knowing your mind, and you're embracing your brilliance. There is going to be a tendency in these 11 days for you to be sharp-tongued, for you to sit there and kind of see what you want and not understand why everybody else isn't seeing everything. And it could be because you're not expressing it correctly. You're holding your thoughts and your ideas so inward. You're keeping everything so to yourself that those people who are nearest and dearest to you aren't seeing your greater plan. So that's the balance that we were talking about here with the King of Swords. Being open to the right people. Don't share all your ideas with everyone. You need that air of mystery, right? But you also need that sense of accomplishing your goals on your time. Not having somebody sit there and, as much as they love you, going, wow, you're still working on that? Wow, you haven't done that yet? Because that's just annoying. This is you knowing your mind, being brilliant, embracing your brilliance, and moving forward. An air sign might help you achieve, but this is you embracing the energy of an air sign, focusing your mind and your emotions, because we have here you coming through loud and clear. You know what you want, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you're going after it. With the Two of Wands, you're just not looking at today. You're not sitting there saying, okay, I'm only living for these 11 days. You're sitting there saying, I'm looking at the days, the weeks, the months, the years to come. You're moving forward. The change, it might not be happening yet. It might not be in these 11 days that you have this movement coming in, but it could be that you're preparing for it. It's different for each and every one of you because this is a general reading. You are looking at things and you are saying, what is it that I want? Where are my talents? What is my passion? For some of you, this is the twin flame energy. So you're sitting there planning and saying, you know what? It's time that I meet somebody that I really, really love being with, that I enjoy, and putting that energy out into the universe. And it isn't sitting on your couch waiting for somebody to knock on your door and say, you know, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together, because that's creepy as heck. But it's you going out there and meeting people and starting to see who the people truly are, not what they want you to believe they are. Looking at the big picture, not just at the moments. But this is also for your day-to-day life, in your work, in your home. Looking at the big picture. What is it that you want, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant? What is it that you desire from life? Embracing that knowledge. Being true and honest with yourself. Moving forward with your passion and your creativity at your center, because you're astoundingly talented. And then taking that energy, taking that understanding, embracing yourself, because this is you, you are a water sign. Moving forward in healing and in love for what it is that you want. Now, the waters are tumultuous here, they're turned, which doesn't mean that as you move forward in love, everything, you know, roses and butterflies and skipping through the woods. There's going to be a sense of being afraid, of going, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is happening. And some of you might even feel, because I feel it, like a pressure on the chest, as if like it's hard to breathe, and oh my gosh, I just have to do it. You just have to do it. You do. Because as you take that first step towards what it is that you love, as you have your armor on, because people can be jerks, and you know it, and you're moving forward in love, in happiness, in joy, in prosperity of self. It doesn't mean that you love everybody. It just means that you don't kill those that you really dislike. You don't let them bring you down. You sit there and you say, you know what? I'm moving forward. You know what? Fine. You don't agree. You don't see my vision. You don't understand. It isn't that you're going and doing something so harebrained that it can't possibly succeed. You have thought this out. You're looking at things. You're saying, this is how I want to move forward. This is what I love doing. This is my bliss. This is my joy. We are only given so many heartbeats. And you do not want to live your life with regrets and with, not regrets, that you didn't go after what you loved. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Because you're starting to move forward in love, in vitality of spirit, being able to defend what you want, but being able to see the beauty of what you have. And as long as you're acting responsibly, as long as you're taking your responsibilities to heart, as long as you are moving forward from a place of light and love, you have every right to go after what it is that you desire. This isn't quitting your job and, running off into the sunset without a plan. This is sitting there and methodically planning the success to come into your home, to come into your life. Now, some of you, I know it's going to sound funny, some of you might be moving to a cold area, okay? Might be deciding, you know what, I'm going to move, I'm going to do it, and that's what you do. That's not for all of you. Don't sit there and start looking at your map. But for some of you who have that desire, who sit there and want to expand their horizons, and I think it will expand actually your work opportunities for some of you, and this is highly specific, so it's not for everybody, but look at that. Take that into consideration. For others of you, you are learning that you are never walking this road alone, because you have felt that way. You have felt as if you were out all by yourself, and nobody really understands. And it's hard and it's difficult, and there's a sense of frustration, of the cold biting into you. And you think, when will it end? When will it finally end? When is it my time? It's your time now. You are moving forward in prosperity. The divine, the universe, it has your back. You're not out in the cold all by yourself. You have people who love you and care for you and want you to succeed. And if you're sitting there and you're saying, no, Dane, I don't, this is also the angels walking beside you who love you and care for you and want you to succeed. And I know some of you have said, what is the good of angels? What does this do for me if I still feel all by myself, if I have nobody to help me? Quiet yourself for a moment and start listening to the fact that they are guiding you forward. Start finding places where people care. Right? And start sitting there and know that you are never alone and that you weren't set up to fail. This world, this existence, this life was made for you to succeed. And I just saw it. I don't know why I never noticed this before, because I've been using these cards forever. Your lilies here. I always thought that that was just snow. There are lilies here. Which is showing me peace, understanding, and love. And that's actually what you're building your tree, because this to me looks like part of the Kabbalic tree of life. How you're building your life, your understanding. It's taking root, it's growing, and you are moving forward in this joy. You are never alone, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you were not put on this earth to fail. Because again, you have this vitality of spirit that's coming through with the Knight cards. I mean, this is energy. This is sitting there actively participating in your existence. This isn't, sitting on the couch, eating chips and saying, you know what, it'll all work out. No, you are actively participating in moving forward in what you love, conquering your fear, sitting there in healing, beautiful love, and then slowly and steadily gaining the prosperity that you want. This isn't an overnight thing. This isn't even an 11-day thing. You're not going to all of a sudden fall into piles of money, kind of like finding the leprechaun's pot of gold. You are diligently, steadily, and methodically working towards your prosperity. The Knight of Pentacles can also represent an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo. And you might have an earth sign come in who helps you move forward in prosperity. But this is also you planting your feet firmly on the ground, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and saying, this is what I want from life. You have your armor on. You know the darker side of human nature. Okay? But you're not completely guarded. You know that you are going to succeed. Now, this could also say that there's a bit of vulnerability to you as you are embracing your success. So don't let that vulnerability, stop you. Don't sit there and say, you know what, I can't possibly succeed. It's too much. It's too scary. It's overwhelming. Take it step by step and keep looking at the bigger picture as you are embracing your prosperity, as you are embracing your truth, as you are embracing your wealth. Now, your clarifying cards are beautiful. We have the Empress here. And this card is showing that after a struggle, after times of hardship, after times of pain, you are moving forward in absolute prosperity. And I know you might sit there and say, Dana, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. But if you believe that you aren't and you believe that it cannot ever happen, then you've negated the reading. Believe that you can. Work diligently towards it, because Rhiannon is the goddess, is a god in Welsh mythology. She's the goddess of horses. But in this story, in this myth that represents her, she was from the fairy world. She fell in love with a mortal man. They got married. They had a child. And the people kind of didn't trust her. You know, they were kind of uneasy about her. And in most Welsh stories, this is how it goes. The women have the hardest time. The men have bounty and beauty and prosperity and fight, you know, for valor. But the women have this struggle. So you have had this struggle. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You have had this struggle. Because what happens is they finally have a child. But the child is stolen at night. And there were like 4 nursemaids with her to keep her safe, to keep the child safe. And they had all fallen asleep, and they wake up and they see that the baby's gone. And they go, oh my gosh, we're all going to be killed. The king will execute us because we let his child be stolen. So they know that everybody isn't really sure about Rhiannon. You know, she's an outsider, not one of them. So they smear her with blood. And they say she ate her baby. Which sounds like what a dingo would do. But they say that, you know, she killed her child. And what greater, you know, sorrow is that? And she didn't. But the king looks at her and says the evidence is damning. You killed your child. And he casts her out. But he doesn't kill her because he still loved her. So that's his act of mercy. And I don't know if it's actually an act of mercy or not. Because he sets her before the gates of the kingdom. And he says, you must tell any traveler who asks why you sit here that you killed your child. You must tell them that you can have them ride on your back like a horse and bring them to the castle if they want to. And she did that year after year. And somehow her child comes to the court and they realize she didn't kill her child. She was wrongly accused. She was set to live in absolute disgrace and humiliation day in and day out. And then when they find out that she didn't commit this sin, she's reinstated. She's put back on the throne. She has her place of glory again. She goes from being the lowliest of people to, again, being a queen, an empress, above and divinely risen above all others. There we go. You have had this time of sorrow. You have had this time of pain. And it might feel like you were made to live your humiliation day in and day out. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. It doesn't have to be that you were cast out and made to tell your story, but whatever it is for you that has made you feel less than. But now it is your time of glory again. And it is your time to remember that you were always royalty. You were always divinely chosen to live a life of joy and happiness. That doesn't mean that there won't be struggle. There always will be struggle. That's the point of existing. But you are twice crowned with the torque around your neck and the crown upon your head So make sure you pay attention to the words that you speak and the thoughts that you have. Listen to the messages that you are getting, because you are moving forward in healing and in love and in your divine right to be so much more than what people ever expected. Think of Boudica, think of Hatshepsut, okay? Hatshepsut was the first female pharaoh, and her name was erased until her palace was found one day. Her temple was found one day. But her name was erased from everything. And to have your name erased in ancient Egypt was to have your identity lost, was to be lost to history, to be lost to time. Because if people didn't remember you, how did you keep on surviving? You are remembering yourself. You are remembering the power of your worth. And you are moving forward being a student of what you love. Healing love, joyous love, prosperous love. You are also setting yourself free. Okay, this is bounty. This is the fish jumping into the cup without you fishing for it. But this is also you setting yourself free, not being restrained. Not giving yourself limitations. Your emotions are raging. It might be hard. It will be hard at times. But you are moving forward in love. There's a message of love here for you. And those messages will be coming spiritually, physically. You'll be seeing them, feeling them. But you are also a student of what it is that you desire and how it is that you are going to move forward. Because here is how it goes. No, there. Okay. You have felt out in the cold. You are now looking at the bigger picture, not just the present, but at the bigger picture, and you're saying, what is it that I love? What is it that I want? What is it that will bring celebration to myself and to my home and to my existence? And you're moving forward, knowing and working towards your prosperity, knowing your mind, being master of your thoughts, keeping your memories with you, not keeping everything so tight that nobody knows what it is that you're doing, sharing your thoughts with the right people, but not sharing too much. Okay, there's a balance here that's coming. And then you're moving forward with vitality of self, knowing and healing and achieving your goals. It's going to take time. It's going to be difficult. Okay, it isn't all going to happen overnight, but you are a student of what it is that you desire out of life, and you are raising yourself up. Okay, and your subconscious message is, oh, I love it. You have progression with the page and the knight, and now you have page and the king. You will be getting messages, okay? Be them physical, be them spiritual, that tells you, that helps you know your mind. You are also being a student of what it is that you desire. It's kind of as if you're taking all your thoughts that seem like a big, think of it like as a pile of laundry, seem like a big mess, okay? And you're kind of tidying everything up. You're tidying up your mind. And you're saying, this is what I want. You're focusing on what it is that you are passionate about. And you're going from being student to master of your thoughts and your mind and your ambitions. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. It was an absolute pleasure reading for you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.